everybody, this is Jacob Viral. Today I'm going to be doing a video that's pretty important for any system, and this is something that you can try if you have a meter. It's going to be really hard to do without a meter, but we'll see and go ahead and see how this goes. So today's test is going to be on seat drop location. So what I mean by that is I've done this video in the past, but I need to do it with a new build because every system's different. So every time you do a change in your build, whether you go from a wall to no wall or anything you consider. For example, having these little these seat things in, I don't know what they're called, the headrest portion of your seat, I took them out and I gained like a 1/10. So literally taking stuff out can actually help you gain 2 with seats, but also being able to test with the seats up and down, moving the seats forward and back. So that's what I'm doing today. So we'll see how this goes. Anybody new watching, my name's Jacob Viral. I do videos for car audio. So I'm gonna be doing this test to kind of see, hey, what kind of output change I get with the seat adjustment. So kind of on a current state basis first. I'll see how this does. If y'all have any questions, feel free to ask. Anybody new watching, by no means, this build is not gonna be one that you normally would see somebody do or share, but I don't mind sharing. And there's an SSA meter I use with an app. So what I'm gonna do here is, all of my tests, I try to do the same volume. So I'm gonna do a volume of 20. And what I'm gonna do with this test is I'm gonna have a window down here. Actually, I'm gonna do window up. Let's do sealed. And I wanna see how the output changes with the seats up and down. So first we'll do up and down there. So what I'm gonna do is, let me get my meter connected real quick. So once I get the meter connected to the device, then I can go ahead and find my peak, which I already know, so I'm not gonna do the peak sweep and all like you guys are used to seeing me do if you're watching all the time. What I'm gonna do is get my sweep going, or not my sweep, I'm gonna do a test tone and I'm gonna test it with the seats up and down. Subscribe if you haven't. Questions, feel free to ask and we'll get going. This is something you can do for your own system, so try to see how output changes just on what you do with your seats. It's pretty important, especially when we'll find out by the end of this video. You'll be surprised at how much it changed. I already know the results, kinda, but I want to show them video. I wasn't going to do this one on video because I was like, I'm just going to keep it out. But, I like to share stuff with the audience that watches my videos on my second channel. All right, here we go. So I peak at 47. Actually, it's going to be 46 because it's sealed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a 46 sweep. I'll do 2 or 3 of them to make sure that the number is right, and then I'll do the change. I just thought about something. I need to do this on a sweep basis because moving seats can actually change tuning peak too. So I need to assume the best case scenario always. So I'm going to do the same sweep to always do this test result right. So I need to do a sweep for the changes, because if you do a test tone, what if your peak dropped 1 hertz and that 1 hertz you didn't test? So what I need to do is a sweep to truly identify it. If that makes sense. If it didn't, just ask and I'll explain it better in comments. Here we go. $27.3. All right, so we're going to remember. So I peak at 45, not 46, so that kind of helps right there. I already knew, so I dropped 1 more frequency. So I peak at 45, not 46 hertz. All right, so 27.32 sealed. Obviously this is low volume, but that's a pretty good score for sealed, considering it's low volume, volume 20, where I normally would be less than that. All right, so 127.3. So now I'm going to go in. All right, let's open up the seat. So we're going to see how output changes. So what I'm going to do first is with 1 seat down and then both seats down. And we're going to see the output change. So we're going to remember that number first. So we're going to remember what I had, 27.32. Okay. Now we'll find out how it changes by literally having the seat down. This right here made me excited. Let's hope it's the same sealed. Here we go. 27.96. So me doing the video, I don't remember the numbers, but you guys do because you're watching it. So let me show you the substantial change. 27.32, 27.96. Look at that change. Sealed. So I literally gain, I literally gain over half a dB by me having that one seat down. So I literally gained over half a dB by having that seat down. How important that is depends on the build, but I'm telling you, seat adjustment is very important. I was very surprised when I did this change that I gained. So 0.3 to 0.9. So 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's literally 0.6 dB gain, over half a dB, and my peak rose 1 hertz just by me doing the seat adjustment. So now that I have that number, I'm going to go ahead and do the other seat, and we're going to see if it changes even more or any different. So let me know in the comments what y'all think on that, and if you have tried it and how your gains were, so others can learn. So now I'm going to put this seat. All right, so that seat's going to go here. Why not? Let's put it down just like that, just to see. So we're going to see if it changes. If I remember right, I lose here, but there's no telling. We'll see. If I lose, then that means that that one stays up and that one stays down for the tests. And half a dB is a lot for just one little thing. So that one right there instantly tells you, anybody watching, saying, wow, Jacob, when you metered, you had your seat up. So there you go. There's a hint. Here we go. All right, so we're going to find out. Ta-da! So now I'm at the 28s. I was in the 27s. Now I'm in the 28s. And what did I do different? Nothing but the seats. I'm telling you, this is a super exciting time for a bass head that's been trying to gain, and then they find the simplest change to gain. So I went from a 27.3 to a 28.1. Almost. So that is 0.7 dB. So I gained almost 0.8 dB. That's 3/4 of a dB by doing nothing but me having my seats down. So that change right there shows that I can gain, not just on music demoing, but also at this is for my peak. So this could make me lose on the lows. So I could lose in one area but gain in the other. So this is another thing in SPL you guys got to understand with this is you might gain in one area but lose in another. So I might gain at my high end, but I might lose on my low end by doing this change. But I'm getting a higher SPL score by it. So I took that seat down. That one's down. All right, so now let me show you the last test for this video. So let me make sure I have that screenshot. Yep, 28.08. That's almost a record for me, guys, when it comes to the highest volume dB I've had sealed. So that's sealed 28. 128 when if anybody remembers way back when I was doing a single 10, I was only getting like a 120 dB. So, all right, here we go. But it's a lot more power too, so you can't really factor that in. Plus I turned my gain up a little bit. So let's just say it's around a 124, not a 128. My gain's up a little bit too for lower volume. All right, so my last test I'm doing for the day is my seat right here. It was right here. So my seat was right here. I pushed it forward, and we're gonna do my last test for the day, and I'll leave y'all be, and hopefully y'all learned something. And you'll get to see, stay tuned for the build updates on changes and how the changes affect my output for my SPL score. Exciting times for this build. All right, appreciate y'all always watching. Here we go. All right, there you have it. So I just made my thumbnail name. Gained a whole dB doing this. So you're about to see how I gained a whole dB by doing this, and anybody watch to the end sees how I gained a whole dB. So started at 127. All right, worked my way up 127.9. So I started at 45 hertz peak, went to 46, 27.9. Opened both seats 28.01, so 28.1, 46 hertz. All right, I moved my seat up here. So seat down, seat forward, 28.3. So 28.3, 27.3. 1 whole dB gain by doing nothing but seat adjustment. So that'll blow some of you guys' mind in the SPL world, if anybody doesn't know this. But seat location and seat variance is very, very important for gains on the meter. So look into y'all's build to see if you'll gain by doing a seat adjustment. Whether you move your seat forward, backward, lean your headrest back, take your headrest out like I did, put your seats down, lean forward when you meter on the driver's side, rev your engine. Oh, anyway, there's so many things. But thanks for watching. 1 whole dB gain. Exciting times. We'll see how this change affects high output, full tilt burp when I do a test in the future. So you'll see a full tilt burp soon to find what my number really is. Lower volume gain is going to be a little bit more substantial than higher volume. So I might only gain half a dB at high volume. But half a dB at high volume is still really good. But thanks for watching. Hope I taught y'all something. And I'll see you on the next one. Jacob Vile out.